people cheering and shouting out loud for a tennis match.
Right.
And I can't remember the last time I ever saw that with tennis. Like I've seen it happen with Tiger Woods in a playoff at the US Open or something. I can't remember the last time I saw that happen in a tennis match. Yeah. But Serena playing her final game, her final match, I should say, doesn't get the job done at the Open. She gets to the third round. But if that is indeed a career for Serena, and it looks like it is, I mean, is she the most dominant female athlete probably ever?
Yep.
You know, for me, when it was very, very sad for me to see her play her last game. It was. I'm sitting there like, oh damn, this is her last game. I was sad, you know. And we always talk about greatest athletes of all time. To me, she is the greatest athlete of all time.
You think so?
Women. I think so, man. Because this is why, you know, she's playing a sport that's, you know, not supposed to be her sport.
Mm-hmm.
And she's dominating everybody, winning titles, doing it. And she goes out and have a kid to come back. What man has ever gone out and have a damn kid and come back and win?
Well, we can't. So
exactly. So you got to think about what the things her body has to go through and still be able to perform at the level. You know, everybody gonna say, "Oh, this guy's the greatest. This guy's the greatest." But in my opinion, you know, Serena, and we always, you know, we don't give women enough praise on how good they are. You know, and you think about this. This woman dominated tennis for what, 20 years, 30 years?
Pretty much 20 years.
I mean, on top, and thinking about all the scrutiny she has to take, you know, her having her own style, bringing her own flash to the game, having, you know, the stuff with King James and the movies coming out. So this woman, man, you know, like you always say, Hawk, you told me give them roses early. We need to really
absolutely
give her roses right now.
And the funny thing is, like, early on in both of her and Venus's career, Venus was the one. She was the one. She was the better of the two. And then here comes Serena storming on the scene and completely, you know, just taking over tennis, and just to watch her level of dominance year in and year out, year in and year out. Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about her level of dominance, her level of just what she's done for the sport of tennis. And like you said, the scrutiny that she's had to face because of her body type and her attire. You know, so many people had issues with that. I'm like, where's the problem? Like, she has a different body type. She's built differently than most of the women who play the sport. So she had to fight through that.
And not even fight through that. Go back to when she used to wear the beads, and the beads flew out, and they got all upset about that. I'm it's just
yeah.
But I mean, she won 7 Australian Opens, 7 Wimbledons, I think 4 French Opens. I mean, she was dominant in every aspect of that game.
Yeah.
Now,
she couldn't be beat.
Now, just because, you know, we compare greats to greats, that's what we do. You have her over Tiger?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I look at them kind of through a similar lens.
Yeah, I do, but I just, you know, and everybody says why? Just because I think she just had to go through more adversity that would puts her over the top than Tiger. I know Tiger played
Tiger's was self-inflicted adversity.
Well, that's itself.
You know, have to get some, you know, fried chicken and cornbread type of shit. It's just, you know, I know he's playing that. That's really a white sport, golf, and he had to go through that. But I just think, you know, for Venus being a black woman in a sport that was dominated by white women for a long time, you know, I just think I'll put her just because of, you know, she had a little bit more. I know men can be a little bit more harsh than, you know, other people, but I just think that, you know, Serena is edging them out by a smidgen, just by a smidgen.
I mean, like you said, she had a baby. And came back and still dominated. I mean, Tiger had a Perkins waitress. Like, it's a different, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta run that through a little bit of a different filter. But I'm
gonna tell you, and Serena is right there. I'll tell you why I give Tiger the slight edge. Because even in Tiger's downtime, you've had Rory, you've had you know, Phil Mickelson. You've had so many other guys who have won, and they're supposed to be the next. Every time Tiger comes back, the spotlight is always on. Tiger can be ranked 235th in the world.
Yeah.
But because he is Tiger Woods, none of those other guys, no matter how relevant they are, hold the level of cachet that Tiger Woods does. When he's walking across the course, he might not even be in the lead. Everybody's following Tiger. What does that say to other guys who have been dominating the sport since the last time that he won something? That every time Tiger comes back, all focus and all eyes are on him.
But see, that's going to popularity though.
That comes from dominance though.
But yeah, it comes to dominance. But it's still it's a slight, to me. It's a slight difference in the sense that Tiger, when you play at golf, you really playing against yourself.
Right.
When you playing tennis, you playing against someone over there that might be, coming back at you with a 130 mile per hour serve.
Right.
So that's why I put her a little ahead of Tiger.
Okay.
The greens, they gonna do what they do. But
right.
you catch me on a good day as a tennis player and I got my serve going, I might be coming at you good, but Serena's always, found a way to beat you. And that's why I put her a little bit ahead of Tiger.
I think either way you look at it, you wouldn't be wrong.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
But they're both athletes who have just dominated sports. It just I mean, they made the sport bigger because of their presence within it. And that's amazing. That's what I think you look for in a great. That's what I think Jordan did to an extent with the NBA. It's what Serena's done with tennis. It's what Tiger did with golf.
Yep.
You make the sport more mainstream and more popular and just better. And more people want to engage with it because you're part of it.